Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce. I wanted to give you a little update today on what's going on here. What a day we're having, November the 3rd. I want to talk to you about the story that really dominated the market this morning for us. We love to follow, of course, our favorite stocks, one of which is GameStop, obviously. But oh my gosh, things happened today that really it happened to GameStop that had nothing to do with GameStop, but it just goes to show you the absolute hype and the tension and the expectation of greatness that GameStop might give us. And this is a good thing, but I also want to talk to you about how you could really take advantage of a market like today and put a bunch of money in your pocket. So let me get started. First of all, let's just talk about what happened last night. After the market closed, we heard that Bed Bath & Beyond had signed a deal, had made a deal with Kroger, the huge retailer. And the deal is that Bed Bath & Beyond is going to supply Kroger with in-store deliveries of merchandise, some of the most popular products that Bed Bath & Beyond sells. And they're going to stock shelves in Kroger locations with popular selling product that they have from their stores. Okay, that's great. Then they announced at the same time that they were going to be marketing through the e-commerce site of Kroger their product line as well. And then they concluded an announcement by saying that they were accelerating their buyback of their stock repurchase program. They had had an authorization from their board of directors to buy back, I believe, $1 billion of their stock over a 2 or 3 year window, and that started a while ago. And now they're down to the last 400 to 600 million of it, and they're going to accelerate the closing out of that acquisition, of that purchase. So they're eager to buy up stock from the public because they feel the shares are too low, and show their shareholders some love that they're going to put company money into the stock, reduce how many shares are out there, go from there. Now, keep in mind there are 101 million shares of Bed Bath & Beyond out there. That's all that exists. This is not a 500 million share outstanding company. It's only 100 million shares. It's actually quite thin. Nonetheless, that was the announcement that came out. Now, when that happened last evening, the shares of Bed Bath & Beyond started moving higher, and they went up from about the $15, $16 level, reaching as high as, I believe, $32 a share. And the volume traded of Bed Bath & Beyond, the last I had seen on the aftermarket last night, was in excess of 30 million shares. Now, this at the same time last night, shares of GameStop started to go up. They were moving higher as well I call it a sympathy move. And I was surprised. I'm not sure if I was pleasantly surprised, but I was surprised to see it. GameStop shares hit, I think, 226 last night. That put them up about almost $20 a share higher than last night's close, just to kind of give you an idea what was going on. But the volume wasn't anywhere near millions and millions of shares. It was a couple 100,000 shares. And as the evening wore on, things calmed down a bit here, and GameStop calmed down back into the teens, the 215 range. The shares of Bed Bath & Beyond, they calmed down. AMC had popped up. They calmed down a little bit. And even BlackBerry went up and calmed down a bit until this morning. Now, this morning in the pre-market, we had a lot of indications that there would be a lot of action here, but we had no idea what was going to happen to GameStop. In the pre-market, the shares of Bed Bath & Beyond only could reach about $26. They couldn't even get back to the 30 mark or $32 mark. That was a tell that, maybe this whole rally thing is petering out. There were reports out there about what was happening with Bed Bath & Beyond, that they had made this announcement, and some of those reports were hinting that part of the reason that the shares of Bed Bath & Beyond were doing so well was because of a short squeeze. And that word, short squeeze, infected the enthusiasm of followers of GameStop and AMC. No surprise there. When we open for trading on the market, check out GameStop. Look what it did today. Within the first 40 minutes of trading, the shares hit a high of $255.39 or 69 cents a share on over 5 million shares of volume. Absolutely insanity. No corporate news from GameStop, nothing. Yet at the same time that that was happening with GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond could only reach $25 a share, 25 something a share. Couldn't go beyond that. It just didn't have it in it. And then Bed Bath & Beyond began to slump, and it got into the 24 range, then the 23 level, then the 22 level. BlackBerry moved up as well, in almost to 12, but it couldn't hold it. It backed off. AMC moved up as well into the 40s, but it couldn't hold the gain either. It also was under pressure and began to back off. AMC, as a matter of fact, let me just kind of pop this up on my handheld here. It got as high as 44.21. And that was about a five something dollar gain, 525, 550 gain. But it has also since backed off. And the last I saw, the AMC got back to 38.88, which was kind of break even. Lately, it's around $40, up $1.27. Over at GameStop, the high, as I said, 255.69, backed off all the way to 208.38, and sitting now at 216, up $9 on the day. So the big party is over. The shares of these stocks have all backed off. As a matter of fact, even on Bed Bath & Beyond, they're up 319, but only at 19.94 a share. They were, like I say, $32 in the aftermarket last night. Now at 19.94, 19.96, up 321 on the day. Now, how could you have made a killing on this? Well, sometimes when you write options, you look for very lethargic trading, not a lot happening. Things are quiet and boring, and you write options just out of the money on a stock, figuring that it'll just meander along. And as time goes by, these contracts will slump in price as their time runs out, and you get to cash in on the deterioration of an option. Other times, you might find that a stock has a particularly good couple of days, but it doesn't go very far. It goes up 5, 10, 15% in value, tops off. You write options when it does that, and you hope for a bit of a profit-taking recalibration of the stock as it backs off a bit, and you enjoy a capital gain reduction on the stock through an option right. You write options at a nice price, maybe $8 a contract, and watch them go down to $5 a contract, to $4, to $3, and you buy them back there. So the combination of a few days of time and a depreciation of stock value gives you a profit on a contract, because you don't want to sell your stock to your long-term shareholder of stock. This morning, we didn't have that happen. What we had happen this morning on GameStop was an explosion of value, an explosion of speculation, an explosion of a price, where I was mentioning on the opening of my show this morning, my live show, which I do at 8:30 every morning to all of you. Once the stock opened, it was 225 to 230 a share almost immediately. I was saying at that point, this is a great time to consider writing options against GameStop. Because the thinking is, when a stock has had a good run like it's had, gone from the 170, 75 range all the way to the 210 range, now to the 230 to 40 range, this is too much too fast without corporate developments, as nothing corporately has been said to justify this movement. This is a good time to start looking at writing contracts that are either expiring in a few days or in a few weeks or even in a few months, because you're taking advantage of this big run up in value, and you're betting on the market to run out of enthusiasm sooner or later, because it always does. There's never endless money into a deal. It eventually peters out. And sure enough, the stock did do very well and reached 255 this morning. But anyone this morning who was writing options with a 240 exercise price, a 245 exercise price, a 250, a 255, a 260, a 270, even 275s. If you were writing options that were outstanding, going to expire, say, in a week to 2 to 3 months from now, every single option written this morning would have been able to have been purchased back within the last 3 hours now. And the last 2-3 hours, we have not gone back over 220. We're in this 215 range down to the 210 range. Every single contract that was written this morning has backed off in price dramatically. And so even investors who were doing rollovers, those who had written 185 contracts and then rewrote 230s or 240s, they paid big money to buy their old contracts back, but they brought in bigger money to write a new contract. All of these folks are now cashing in phenomenal profits in hours. Sometimes option markets give you incredible returns in minutes. Other times they give you phenomenally and consistent returns over days, weeks, or months. You have to be ready to pull the pin and pull the trigger to make your move if you want to do this. And so those of you who are looking for active transactions, look for stocks that run up too far, too fast, too soon, write options against them and buy them back. Trick of it is, of course, sometimes you're writing naked options. You got to be careful on something like that. But if on one of the stocks that you own, like a GameStop or a SoFi or a Matterport, these kinds of shares where they have a nice run up, perfect opportunity to take advantage of the run up by offering options that are even out of the money, daring the market to keep coming. Come on, keep coming, take me out. Waiting on the sidelines where you're lurking to buy back your contracts with profits of anywhere from 20 to 80% on your option writing. Is just being handed to you on a silver platter by gamblers in the option market. Again, remember, you're the shareholder. You're the long-term investor. You're happy that the shares are going up in any event, but you're also happy to take profits on pullbacks. And this is where option writing can really pay you handsomely. Check out my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Stockmarketswithbruce.ca. It's the name of my website. Inside the website, you will find lessons right on the top, one of the tabs. I have 10 different lessons I've issued, all about how to write options, how it works, how they depreciate, how they get primed, how they have prime value, how they then lose their value, book value, time value, deterioration. Tremendous strategies. You can really take advantage of this and learn how to take money off the table that is just waiting for you, even though you're just a shareholder of a company. Check it out. I hope you do. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this show. Let's keep an eye on the market. I'll be on every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday to Friday, 1 hour before the close. And we'll watch the markets shut down every morning, 8:30, 1 hour before the opening. I'm live as well. And we'll see how the markets want to perform for us and make us more money. Thanks for joining me today. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye for now.